Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Nate, with Talking Comicon again. I actually just want to give you guys some updates. It's the weekend's over. It's Tuesday now, and a lot of stuff has happened. Last time that we talked, Derek and I tried to go watch Captain America: Civil War last Thursday for the premiere, the first showing at the Cine Capri in Scottsdale. If you watch the video, you know the details. If you don't, go watch the video. It didn't work out. It just wasn't our night, pretty much. But we did. My wife and I ended up going on Saturday night. Had the grandparents babysit the kids, right? Went out there to the Queen Creek Harkins Theater. Had a great time. Our luck really turned around throughout the weekend, and Megan and I, we showed up to the theater like really late. We thought we were going to get bad seats or just going to have to switch to a later showing. Went in there, ended up getting 2 seats in the perfect spot, which for me is halfway up in the middle of the row, right? So I ended up getting great seats and got to see Civil War over the weekend, which is really cool. Which at the end, here in a second, whenever I'm done talking about updating you on what's going on, so we'll talk a little bit about Captain America: Civil War, because it was it's getting rave reviews, and it was a very entertaining movie. But there are some things we got to talk about. But first, we'll just talk about the rest of the weekend. So we kind of talked about how normally stuff just kind of gets better. We roll with the punches, and we try not to let negative things that happen to us get us down. And we didn't let that happen to us. Even though that we didn't go get to see Civil War Thursday night, we still had a great positive attitude about stuff. We weren't trying to tarnish the theater's name, because normally at the Harkins we always have a great time. We normally go to the Tempe Cine Capri, go watch all our movies there, and it's normally a wonderful experience. This one time, though, wasn't so great. So, instead of things turning around that night, it took the weekend for things to really turn around, which is perfectly fine. With positive mindset, things will always work out in the best. We could have got negative about it and wrote nasty reviews and said nasty things about them, but we probably would, even though the GM probably would have talked to us and stuff, but we probably wouldn't have had the best of responses back to us either, right? And maybe things wouldn't have worked out on Saturday. If you are a subscriber to like the power of positivity and how it's going to influence everything around you and your whole universe, maybe things wouldn't have worked out for Megan and myself getting those really good seats on Saturday. So I'm a believer that the being positive about it really came back. We put out positive vibes, and we got positive vibes back. But anyway, so what ended up happening yesterday, which was Monday, is after work. It was in the evening. Actually, we were getting ready for bed, because I wake up really early in the morning to go to work. So it was probably about 7:30 in the evening, getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden I get a phone call. I'm like, who the heck is this? Who's calling me at 7:30? Like, if I was ready to be like hanging up on a salesman, right? Well, no, it was actually the general manager from the Harkins up in Scottsdale, and he was calling us. I conversed with them a little bit on through email and through social media, through Twitter, about our experience. And they wanted to contact me, which was cool. So I get on the phone with the general manager. He's really nice. He apologizes for not getting back to us sooner in the weekend. He'd been busy opening up another theater out of state. Acceptable. Honestly, I didn't even think that I'd get a phone call from him. But he ends up, and we weren't looking for any handouts or anything for free. And I even told him that on the phone. But he insisted, that they compensate us for our time, because we did drive a very, very long way to go to that theater. Probably about an hour. So he's hooking us up with some, free movie passes, some cool stuff like that, popcorn vouchers, which is very nice. He didn't have to do that, and we weren't looking for that. So again, some positive vibes in the universe, bring positive things our way, which was very cool. So, I guess my whole point is, guys, that, there's a lot of negativity in the world, and it could have been easy for us or anybody else to just be nasty about the situation. But stay positive in life and what you're doing, and good things will happen. That positivity will come back to you, and things will work out in your favor. It may not seem like it at the time, but it really will. It works. Trust me. Try it out. Be positive. Think positive. And things will work out for you and happen. Anyway, beyond that, let's try not to get too serious here. Let's move on to. I want to talk about Civil War a little bit. First up, we'll start this a little spoiler free. It was a great movie. The action scenes were amazing. I really liked in this film. It felt like that they used more practical effects, practical makeup, practical suits more than they have in previous films, and then really melded that with the CGI, which works for me. It made it feel more authentic, more real to me, I guess, which is what I know it's a comic book movie, but I still want it to feel like real. I want to feel like I'm there in the comic book, right? Or in the cartoon or whatever media you grew up with. So all that stuff is spot on. The acting is really great too. Robert Downey Jr., his performance is stellar. I really like this new portrayal of that they've been doing with Tony Stark. What's her name? Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch. Oh, did I say Olsen? Yeah, Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch. She was, man, loved her performance. Spot on. It was great. All the other guys were great. Everybody's great in the movie. It's just, it was good. It was well directed. It was well edited. CGI was great. Everything was spot on. Now let's get into the spoiler part of this. We're going to talk about some stuff specifically that happens in the movie that I take issue with. Just the stuff that I take... we'll just talk about the stuff that I take issue with, I guess. Why I don't think it's the perfect movie that kind of everybody's trying to make it out to be on Rotten Tomatoes, right? It's getting the best review. It's the Batman versus Superman is the pile of crap, and the Marvel version of superheroes fighting each other is the best thing ever. Well, it's not. It's got plot holes. There are some issues. And here come the spoilers, guys. If you haven't tuned out by now, spoilers are about to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so we all know that the Winter Soldier killed the Stark's parents, right? Tony Stark's parents. We figured that out towards the end. I think some of us kind of guessed it in the beginning. But at the very end, when Tony Stark is really about to get pissed off at Captain America, and the team is about to really split, they've already been fighting, but now the team is really going to be split apart, is when Tony Stark starts asking, well, he finds out, he's watching this video, he finds out that the Winter Soldier is the one who killed his parents. He's all brain melded and mind melded, and he was a zombie and was doing stuff for Hydra and the bad guys. So he kills Stark's parents. Stark finds out about it. He's watching this video, finds out, and Captain's right there. And he's like, did you know about this, Cap? Did you know about this? And Captain's like, well, tries to, dodge the question. And he was like, yeah, I knew about it. Well, no, in the movie, guys, the only freaking person who knew about it was a dead Hydra Russian guy who ends up being dead by the main bad guy. Gets killed by him because he won't give up the secrets, the Hydra secrets. So he died with the secret, and then the only other person that knew was the bad guy and the Winter Soldier. Okay? How the freaking heck did Captain America just somehow know that Tony Stark's parents were offed by the Winter Soldier? Apparently he's the only other person on the planet that knew, because it never showed anything about the Winter Soldier telling him. The Winter Soldier, there was never a conversation where he figured that out, where the truth was laid out on the table. No. Okay? Biggest plot hole in the movie, and it's driving me bananas because it seems like it was forced to give them a reason to fight. Where the whole reason for them to fight should have been more like the comic book, where it was their differences of opinion on how Shield and the mutant registration. They didn't even talk about the mutant registration. Or about the superhero registration, however you want to look at it. Didn't even talk about that, guys. But somehow it's the greatest freaking superhero movie of all time, right? I'm getting a little long-winded here. So, and I could go... I just have issues. I have issues with the movie. Again, it was fun. It was entertaining. It had a great formula that was a great mix of comedy and drama and the action sequences, and it was well acted, it was well produced, it was well edited, but there's some serious issues with the story, guys. It's not the greatest movie. It's not the greatest superhero of all time. It has issues. Do I think that it was better than Batman vs. Superman? In ways. But it's hard to compare them for me because they're two different movies coming at you with two different perspectives of stories. Okay? Because what Marvel did was they forced a superhero fight movie where it could have been guys, if you've ever read the Civil War stories, if you've ever read the comics, you know that the story is much better than that. And as a fan, it could have been better. Cool, whatever. It was cool watching a fight. We'll just leave it at that. It was cool watching a fight. I guess that's all that we really wanted this movie for, right? Anyway, leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie. Yeah, and then if you like my thoughts, if you don't like them, just go ahead and like the page below. Yeah, if you don't like them, like it anyway. Just like away. And then subscribe, guys. Subscribe to our channel. We want to keep bringing you content, and we love what we're doing. And we love the conversations that we've been getting so far. It's been great. We're starting out small, but we're starting to get a little following here. So go ahead, subscribe, and share us with all of your friends. On Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever, Tumblr, whatever you guys are on. And we'll see you next time. Got some cool stuff coming up. But we'll talk about that later. For now, enjoy the rest of your day. And let the power of positivity guide you guys. I think we'll leave it there.